Hello folks, I'm Josh McGehee here with another edition of Thursday Thoughts with the Peacocks. This week I'm excited to be joined by members of the men's and women's track and field teams here at Upper Iowa. First up, it's Jordan Sekafetz. Jordan, thanks for taking the time to speak with us here this week.
Thank you for having me.
So let's first talk a little bit about the beginning of the season. You guys are through a couple of events. Most recently, you guys were at the University of Northern Iowa. Talk to me about how things have gone so far to start the season.
I think we've improved a lot since Wartburg. You can just tell by the way that we're interacting with each other, especially on the girls' side. We're just more of a lot better team aspect. And we've had numbers dropping, times dropping, moving up in placements. And even since the beginning of the year in the fall, you can just see the immense amount of improvement just from the beginning of the year.
So Jordan, from this past weekend at Northern Iowa, you were very successful. You were part of the relay team that placed third and also placed in second in the hurdles. Talk to me about how you felt about your own individual performance.
I think that 4x4 was really important. We're still trying to figure out who we want in it, and Ruck's just trying to figure out who works where. So I haven't ran a 400 in a long time, so it was nice to kind of get back in there and kind of see what I could do and how much I've improved. And as far as the 60 hurdles go, I didn't really run indoor last year, so just kind of getting back into it and seeing how much I've improved just from high school and from the one meet I ran last year is nice to see. And the difference between Wartburg and UNI, just that 1 week, I dropped a lot of time and actually got a new PR, so it was really exciting for me.
So moving on further into the schedule, in a couple weeks you guys will head over to Decorah, compete in an event hosted by Luther College. Talk to me about expectations for that event and what you guys want to work on going into that competition.
Hopefully everybody just getting healed and healthy so that we're able to compete at 100% and give everything that we can to just keep dropping our times and get more people up in that top 30 for conference. That's our big goal for the end of the season, to just keep improving.
Well, Jordan, congrats on a great start to the season. Good luck in a couple of weeks, and thanks for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you for having me.
When we come back, we'll have Nathan Goranson. All right, now I'm happy to be joined by Nathan Goranson. Nathan, thanks for taking the time to speak with us here this week.
Thank you for having me over.
So let's talk a little bit on the guys' side, how the season has started so far. Again, much like the women's team, you guys have had a couple events to start the year. Talk to me about the team's performance so far to start the season.
Well, for it being the first 2 weeks, it's been actually pretty good. I'd say for our team being mostly freshmen, getting out there to your first 2 college experiences at meets has been great. Getting the adrenaline moving and kind of getting used to the work of things, how we run meets and what we do, kind of our attitudes and the atmosphere of it all. And for returners, it's good to get back in the groove of things and just work towards our goals and just starting off strong, doing things that we need to do to just get better, stay healthy, and create a better team environment.
Well, Nathan, you were a big contributor this past weekend at University of Northern Iowa's competition. You placed first in a couple events. You were part of the relay team and also ran in the 600. Talk to me about just, what led to those types of performances, what you've been working on so far here to start the season.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me this year with coming in and doing what I did last year, first meet, go and break record for the 600. So I actually broke my own record. But a lot of that played into my work that I put in over winter break, and I think a lot of guys did the same as me, just holding myself and accountable to what I needed to do, what I needed to put in, so I'm ready to come in and do what I did. My goal for this year, I guess, would be to not just plateau like I did last year, where I broke it the first meet and then never got the chance to do it again until conference. This last week at UNI, I was like half a second off to doing it again, so hopefully I get more chances or kind of mix around to some other events and try things out. But for the 4x4, we got a new group of guys, and I think we kind of surprised ourselves at UNI in achieving that first place finish. But I think that set our minds right, gave us some good confidence to go out there and do it again. The guys are a great group. They're really fun to run with, and it's really easy to calm the nerves when we're out there waiting to get on the line.
So again, much like the women's team, in a couple weeks you guys will head out to Decorah to compete at Luther. Again, on your guys' end, what is it that you're looking to improve upon and how you wish to keep momentum from this last weekend's competition?
Yeah, this week break, both mentally and physically, are going to be great for us. Some of us are dealing with some injuries, other of us illnesses. Iowa Januaries can be pretty brutal, both, like I said, mentally and physically. But hopefully we can get our minds right, go see Blake. Like, coach has been drilling into our heads. He's awesome, just the best athletic trainer we could ask for. But we can get ourselves just backed. I know we're not always going to be at 100%, but as close as we can get to go out there and just hit the best marks, best PR times we can get, and kind of put ourselves out there as a program, especially for that freshman group, kind of starting things off right for the next 3 long years of college running.
Well, Nathan, good luck here in a couple weeks. Congrats on a great start to the season, and as always, thanks for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you for having me.
When we come back, we'll have Jillian Dodds. All right, now for our last representative of the men's and women's track and field, we've got Jillian Dodds. Jillian, thanks for taking the time to speak with us here.
Thanks for having me.
So again, let's talk about from your perspective on the women's side, this competition here last weekend versus Northern Iowa. Continuing on with momentum, talk to me about how you felt it went this past weekend.
It's been pretty fun. I think it was good for everyone to get back, and then for the freshmen to have our first college meet. Going to Wartburg, it was a pretty big atmosphere for cheering, because the crowds just sound with you, and UNI is more up seating. But I think it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of good things happen, the women's team specifically. Yeah.
So Jillian, as far as your individual role with the team from this past weekend, again, you were part of the relay team, but also competed for Upper Iowa in sprints. Talk to me about those performances and how you felt you did.
At UNI, I think we did pretty good. Our 4x4 was really fun. I really liked that race. Personally, I think I did well in it. It's always fun, getting ahead of a girl, passing someone, helping your team get one place forward. For my individual events, I definitely think I did a lot better at Wartburg compared to UNI, just the adrenaline for me personally. So, but yeah, looking forward to more meets and getting more chances to go after maybe the 60 indoor record. That's my goal this season.
So Jillian, again, in a couple weeks, you guys will get back to competition over there at Luther College. At this point in the year, it's early, but talk to me about just the feeling amongst the team about where you guys are at right now and where you want to eventually be here in a couple weeks.
I think this break that we're having right now, the rest week, is giving us a lot of time to prepare, get our bodies ready, work on things that need tweaked, practice relays. I think for the upcoming meets, we're going to still see more success like we've been seeing. And, people are wanting to improve their times as it's getting closer to conference. And especially for the sprint side, I know the 4x4 is really fun, really big. And yeah, I think especially for that, we're looking to keep dropping our time for that.
Well, Jillian, congrats on a great season with the team. Good luck in a couple weeks. And again, thanks for taking the time to speak with us here this week.
Thanks again.
I'm Josh McGehee. Go Peacocks.